Avila and welcome to this second episode of the second season of Creative Blueprints. In this episode, I talk with one of my favorite interior designers in the Austin area, who is Jessica Love with Urbane Design. Jessica is graduated from the Sam Houston State University with a Bachelor in Science in Interior Design. She believes in individuality over trends and works to bring her clients' personalities on each design. She possesses a remarkable creativity and exceptional adaptability. These qualities have helped her cultivate a loyal clientele over the past 18 years. And all her clients appreciate her transparency and the seamless experience that she offers during the design process. I can say that Jessica is one of the most active interior designers I have had the pleasure of meeting this year, because if she's not attending to an interior design event, she's always involved with the Austin community, supporting different associations or events or different companies. And also, I just read on her website that she just launched her very own 501c3 called Design Changes Lives, whose mission is to design places for children to build confidence, empower them, and improve their quality of their lives. Isn't that amazing? Well, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you feel that this video is inspiring, because for sure Jessica Love is, feel free to share with your friends, with a lot of designers, people that is interested to design her space, that is trying to find a good help to do it, and with new talents that are interested in the construction and design, interior design area. This is very helpful. And if you like this video, do not forget to click in the like button, and also please do not forget to subscribe, so that helps me a lot and I can continue sharing these amazing stories behind the design firms with you all. If you're trying to find more inspiration, you can go to Instagram after you watch this video and find me as Creative Blueprints, or my personal professional account as a designer, Mitzi Avila Designer. Okay, it's time to start with this conversation. Let's get inspired, and I hope you enjoy this video. Hello everyone, welcome to Creating Blueprints. Today I'm here with one of my favorite designers in the Austin community, which is Jessica Love with Urbane Design. So welcome Jessica.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very good, how are you?
Good. Are you ready for your questions?
I am.
Okay, perfect. So if you have seen on Instagram some stuff from Jessica, she does amazing work in design. So I'm a big fan of you, and you can check her Instagram and her website. But first, I would love that you start just giving me a little bit more about you, like yourself, how you started in the design field, how many years of experience you have, and of course, what is your happy place?
My happy place?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
You haven't talked about that.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, you know me, Jessica Love, and Urbane Design is my company.
Okay.
And we are a residential interior design firm, and we do full home remodels and new home construction, as well as furniture.
Awesome.
And I have been in business for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, this month is 20 years.
So you are 30 and you started at 10 years.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen like a designer of 10 years? She's here. Wow. That's
and then my
great.
happy place is Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. What part of Mexico do you think?
Playa del Carmen. I love the beach.
Do you like any specific restaurant or a spot that you really like?
Oh, Essentia is a magical little hotel.
Okay.
And that's my favorite place to be when I can get there.
Awesome. Great. So, yeah, if you can give me a little bit like why you decided to be in the design field, why you are passionate about design, and yeah, just give me a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So I went to school to study interior design, and that wasn't actually my direct path.
Okay.
I went to school for forensic psychology initially, which is
What?
very, very interesting.
And you finished those studies?
No, I was
Okay.
about 3 years into forensic psychology,
Okay.
which is why I went to Sam Houston State University. And I happened upon an FBI agent. Very, very long story short, he was like, do you know what your debt to income ratio is going to be if you continue on this path? And I was like, wow, no. So I can really like give it to that man for changing the trajectory of my life. Anyway, I started looking into what else am I interested in besides people naturally. And interior design is where I landed. I did not know that it was an industry that existed, but I did know that I loved design. I would build my Barbie's houses and like as a kid, but I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted Barbie to have like a safe place that she could hang out.
Wow.
For me as a kid, that was always really, really important, is creating a safe space within my space that I felt really comfortable. So being able to do that for other people for a living is really special.
That's amazing. Wow, that's beautiful. Like everything started with Barbies.
Yeah,
Wow.
it did.
I was just realizing yesterday, as many of you know, I closed my house yesterday. So
Congratulations.
Thanks. And I was like, actually, when I was a kid and I was moving like my bedroom all around, like let's move the bed over here and just like try to have like a different experience when you enter to your room. And I was like, wait a minute. You do not realize what you are doing when you're a kid, and those kind of things are very interesting when you grow up.
It really is.
Yeah, that's
really
amazing.
is.
All right, so as you know, I will be asking you some questions.
Yeah.
This is very simple. So, so people can know more about you and you can share more about you and your work with us, all right? So the first one is how Urbane design emerged and why you decided that name.
So I chose Urbane Design as the name of my firm because I wanted to detach myself from the company. We do work as a collaborative effort here. So I don't want it just to be Jessica Love, Jessica Love. I mean, it is Urbane Design. We are collaborative, we are a full team. And I think just a name that is not my name really helps, you know, the full firm shine. So
how many people do you have in your team?
We have me and 3 people.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
So you have like other designers involved in your team, or how that works?
Yes, we have Julia, who is our assistant designer. She is incredible at everything, and she is our project coordinator. So she's helping us, you know, on site, keep things running. You know how it goes, keeping everyone on track. Also behind the scenes as well. And then we have Callie, who is our office manager. So we just all do what we're really, really great at, and then we come together collectively, and it really works out for our clients.
Great. Awesome. So, okay, the next question, and probably you can answer that by yourself and probably with your team. What is the main source of inspiration? Probably yours and from your team.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's probably travel is number one. Being immersed in different cultures and really talking to people and understanding, you know, who they are, what they do, why they do it. But also my clients, just really getting to know them. It's very important to me to design for someone's specific lifestyle needs versus I want a magazine cover, which it's great if I get to do both. But designing for my client, that's why I do what I do. I would say lastly, nature. Just being connected to nature and being inspired by all of the beautiful colors that we see around us every day. For my team, wow, I don't know. I feel like I need to have a team meeting and really ask everyone what inspires them.
You have seen that, I don't know, like they are getting inspiration or what they like.
Yeah, so we share a lot on Instagram, which is so modern day, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're more interested in like innovative pieces of the design puzzle that come into play. And because we do more remodeling and new construction, we're always looking at what kind of hinge, you know, can we do to really change this aesthetic or this space. And so yeah, I think a lot of Instagram for sure.
Okay, perfect. Sometimes we are like, I have like different, you know, Instagrams, and on my design Instagram is like full of kitchens. So my husband is just like kidding, just saying that, you know, when somebody is just reading your hand and your future and whatever, there will be someone in the future that will read your algorithm, because you can see like what is in the algorithm of each person, and it's so different. So it's very interesting that, actually like the palettes and some styles are different.
Yeah.
So that will be very interesting to check with all the designers what they haven't. It's interesting on my list.
For sure. Well, I'll be interested to see what you do in your kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that too. So yeah. Okay, so the next one. What would be something you wish you had known before starting your own firm?
Oh, such a good question. I wish I had known the power of a good mentor. Just someone that was a little bit more established in the field and that were truly honest with what the experience is like. And I don't think it would have changed my path. I think it would have helped me get to where I am a little bit quicker. I can't say how important a good mentor is.
What do you think that you missed, or you, I don't know, in that moment you were missing to have that mentor? Probably like the relationships, like the networking. What were you missing on that moment?
So when I first started in the industry, I was in Houston, and it's a very, very large city. And it's also a much older city. So I was there for the first 6 years of my career. And I think it was very much like, oh my gosh, you're so young. You can't be doing this. You can't do this. And so I didn't really find like a collective group of interior designers that wanted to help build up a younger generation. And unfortunately, I feel like that was the past, with women in business. And fortunately, I've seen that change over the years. And Austin has been a very, very special place since I've been here. And I feel like our community is so incredible, and we all love to build one another up. I mean, you're showing this right here and what you do. You're an interior designer and you build up other interior designers, and it's just really powerful when you have that, and a network. That I would say that's another really, really important thing that I wish I would have known.
Yeah, that is. Do you feel that now there is like a mentor or somebody in a specific, and we can give him or give her a shout out, someone that has been like your mentor specifically, that has helped you like a lot with your projects, with some questions when you are in like not expecting some issues, and it's like, oh my God, how I can solve this?
I have so many good friends that are interior designers, and I mean, we could be here all day if I were naming all of them. But I understand, different designer strong suits, and I'm able to go to them and be like, hey, what do you feel about this? Or sometimes I'm asking, all of them, what do you do in this situation? And I think just having someone that's able, to not only share that information, but allow me to also reciprocate with what I'm really good at, it feels good. And I think that's more like a collective network, and shows again how amazing our industry is here in Austin. In terms of actual mentors, I still actually keep in touch with the designer that I did my internship for.
Wow.
And she has been really just magical in not only my life, but my career.
Awesome. So hi to
Lori Toops.
Okay, perfect. So if you want to share the video with her, hi.
I will. Yeah, she's still in Houston.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So the next one. Share with me, and this is probably the best. Share with me a big mistake during your career as a designer. How did you solve it, and what did you learn from it?
I would say my biggest mistake early on in my career was not having a clear process for clients to follow. I feel like when you don't have a clear process, a lot of miscommunication can come into play. And as you know, one of the most important things that we can do is communicate with our clients.
The key.
It really is. It really is. So defining that process and then being able to explain that process to our clients in a way that they're able to process, and then explain that to my team, has just made everything so much better than in the beginning of my career, which is where I was just like, oh yeah, I can do all the things, and really I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. Because it's a lot. As interior designer, well, I'm a specialist in kitchens and bathrooms and cabinetry, and only that.
Yeah.
And just like having the kind of the control or the making the decisions of the whole property, like all the tile, all the walls, every single detail, because that makes the difference from a construction that doesn't have like an interior designer behind.
Yeah.
And when you have someone like specialized on that, there are a lot of decisions and a lot of mistakes that can happen. So that is part of the purpose of this project, that do not romanticize or just say the design is perfect. And all that you can see on Instagram and the amazing kitchens and the amazing interior design is not perfect, because at some point there was something that someone to make the decision to, have that perfect as you can see that now.
Absolutely.
So do you remember something in a specific, like something that happened to you in one of your job sites when you started and you were like, oh my God?
Yeah. So very, very early on, I would work with any contractor, any architect. You just collaborate with anybody. And I think that's a big no-no. I think, number one, that's a big no-no because part of my job is being an advocate for my client. And that means that I've vetted a contractor. I understand who their subcontractors are. I understand their business inside and out, how they work. Otherwise, it really leads to, honestly, pointing fingers. If something goes wrong, and something will go wrong, it's construction. Something always goes wrong, but it's about how does the designer and the architect, if there's an architect involved in the project, and how does the contractor and all of the subcontractors work together to resolve the issues for the client without the client even knowing. And again, that comes back to process and really understanding what's important for my clients.
Awesome. Great. So do not hire any contractor. That is really like important, like having a relationship with other designers. Trust me, we are like in the same boat. We all are experiencing the same issues. So I think that a big part of this project is also that we know each other, and we are like very open to share any contacts that we have. If we trust to someone that will install your tile perfectly, and they won't, leave after you pay them, and you have, a lot of issues during your remodeling. A remodeling is just like a journey to have fun, and at some point is good, and you will be like frustrated at other moments, but you don't have to suffer it. And it's just an enjoyable process.
We always talk about with our clients the emotional roller coaster of remodeling. And so when you start, you're really, really high.
Someone showed that in the Nari, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it on Nari, but it makes sense that it would exist on Nari.
There is a picture. I will put it here so you know what we are talking about. And I was like so upset with that picture because the cabinetry starts when the people is more frustrated. And I'm like, it's not my fault, it's your process. But when we are like very good, coordinated to have all the journey in the process nice, that has another feeling.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. So the next one, if you could say something to yourself 15 years ago, what it will be?
I would say just trust in yourself, trust in your vision. I think that's right. We all need that reminder. It doesn't matter what we do. It's so important just to trust exactly what we're doing, and that we're in the right place at the right time. We're exactly where we're meant to be.
All right. Do you remember that? I don't know, like 15 years ago, what that moment was said? would you like to do something different for your career or start in a different way? What would you change?
So let's see. Gosh, I'm terrible at math, but this would have been around like the 2008-ish recession, which I personally took like a really big hit in the recession. I was in Houston at the time and struggling. I was like, my business stopped overnight. And I was calling my clients like, can I clean the toilets that I installed for you? I will clean them. And they're like, we can't let go of our housekeeper. She's been with us forever. So yeah, I mean, there was definitely a thought, well, do I go back to school? I knew like staying in the industry was very, very important to me. And I knew it might be a while before things picked back up for us. And I thought, I'll go back to school and be an architect. And I was like, I don't want to be an architect. I really don't. I want to be an interior designer. Anyway, that kind of led me to relocating to Austin for my now husband. And I just started fresh, like I knew nothing because I'm in a new city. I didn't have any clients. The economy's in a really bad place, though Austin felt much more comfortable than Houston did at the time. And I started working at a furniture store. And I had a relationship with them like, hey, if I sell your furniture, can I pick up some clients? And they were like, yeah, just sell our furniture. So I just started everything over. So for me, it was just a fresh start. It was a reset. And I knew that interior design was where I needed to be.
So if you are new in this industry, you need to start from something.
Yeah, just start somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Just start somewhere.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So do you think that your designs tell something about you and how?
I think my home, like the interior design of my home tells everything about me. I don't think that my designs for clients say a whole lot about me, and they shouldn't. My designs for my clients should say a whole lot about them. And I think that that is really important. And it's interesting too, because if you've ever gone through like interior design business coaching or any sort of coaching for business, they always tell you niche down, get it as small and get like your collective style, right? Like be a Joanna Gaines, put shiplap on every single wall. I don't know if she still does that, but that's what she's known for, right? Anyway, I don't like that. Otherwise everyone's house would look like mine. My house wouldn't be special. And then your house wouldn't be special.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, I like to understand who it is that I'm working with, really get to know them, understand why they're unique, what their specific needs are, and then deliver that. And I think that collaboration just turns into something magical. Of course, there's pieces of me in there, but I don't think it's a reflection of me.
You just like the client and their needs and their taste. And
absolutely.
Because the design needs to be about them.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Awesome.
Otherwise, I feel like if you're not doing that, you might be doing your clients a disservice. But that's my philosophy.
Awesome. That's great. All right. So the next one. What do you think that is the hardest part of being a creative?
I mean, I think it's just the balance, right? Like it took me a long time to understand that there are certain things that I'm just not good at. I cannot sit down and focus on finances and taxes. It is not my strong suit. And it doesn't need to be. And again, if somebody would have told me early on in my career I didn't have to do that, that would have been a real blessing. I think it's just, we need to take care of ourselves as creatives. I find with what I do, I tend to give a lot of myself to other people, whether it be my client or my contractor that I'm in front of, or vendors that I'm working with, and that I need to go back and just take care of myself. And I also need another creative outlet because interior design is creative.
Oh yeah.
But I also need my own creative outlets. So whether that just be, hanging out with other creatives or dabbling with paint or tinkering with something, I always have some sort of little creative project on the side.
What is your favorite hobby, or what you really enjoy to do, like beside, but probably with a lot of connection with design?
So I think my last big project, which I think I shared this with you personally, during COVID, I started building a dollhouse from scratch.
That. If you're able that I stop by and just give me a shoot of that, oh yeah, I will share it with you.
So I got very, very into it, and all of the tiles on the roof are real cedar, like tiny little cedar planks, and I installed every single roof tile by hand.
Oh my God.
Hand painted all of them. So it's largely unfinished. The floors are actually real walnut veneer, which I installed. This is where I learned I have very large hands because you have to get them all the way back in the dollhouse. But it was a fun project and a creative outlet for me.
I like it. What else?
Oh.
You're pretty good, like going to events and having this connection with a lot of designers as well.
Yeah. I mean, being involved in the community as a whole is very important to me. Not just our small community with construction and interior design, but community at large. Very involved in the art scene, and I have a lot of artist friends in Austin. In fact, this is a local artist right behind us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We have another one here.
Yeah, all around. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, because I have been like interviewing a lot of people that, as designers and creatives, they are not like very social. So I think that we are not struggling that part with you.
No.
She's very social, and
very
everybody
social.
loves love.
Oh,
So, okay, and do you think, probably this one has a lot of relation with the other one, do you think that the mental health is important as a creative, and how that impacts your daily work?
I think mental health is important regardless of what industry you're in or what level you're at. Absolutely. It is so important for us to take care of ourselves. They tell you on an airplane you have to put your mask on before you can help someone else with their mask. And it's so true. Like, if I'm not taking care of myself, I can't take care of you. I can't support our community. So I need to do everything that I can to ensure that I'm well taken care of. In fact, that kind of goes back to Urbane design and our motto or philosophy, whatever you want to call it, and it's confidence starts at home. So my home is exactly the way I want it to be, and I feel very comfortable there, which instills a lot of confidence in me. And then I'm able to go out and give that to other people in their homes.
Awesome.
And beyond. I mean, I don't get to design for everyone, right?
Yeah,
but I get to meet people and just share that light with them, which I really enjoy.
Do you practice something every day or every, I don't know when, but do you practice something that you think that is helping you with your mental health?
I just always take time, just a little bit of time for myself, whether it's just a 15-minute breather. I like to take a slow morning. Getting up and rushing out of the door and grabbing coffee on the go is just not my style. It's not going to be conducive to my work or for other people that I work with. I also take a bath religiously every day. It's just something, it's like at the end of the day, I'm able to let go, able to release, tension and stress. I would love to say that I meditate every day, but I'm really terrible at that. I maybe get around to it like once a month, but I go through waves. I wish I were dedicated enough to
What do you think that is you're struggling with the meditation?
Oh, it's so hard just to let go and get out of your head.
Like present,
yeah,
just focus on one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and exercise. I exercise a lot. That's really important.
All right, perfect. And you do this like every day? Is part of your routine or?
3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
I would love to do it more. It's just fitting it in the schedule.
Awesome.
But I think just prioritizing self-care, self-love, very important for everyone, not just interior designers or creatives.
Perfect. All right. If you could improve something in the construction industry, what will it be and how you will do it?
So early on in my career, and because I started new construction and then I got into remodeling and love remodeling so much. But I noticed very, very early on that what was really lacking was strong communication and strong collaboration. Collaboration between client, designer, contractor.
Mm-hmm.
So I resolved that by defining my process, working with vetted contractors that I know and trust. Trust is another very, very important keyword.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell my clients that all the time, like, you need to make sure that when you're hiring a contractor that you trust them. This person is going to be managing a lot of your money. And same for me. If you feel like you can't trust me, don't hire me. Trust, collaboration, communication are our pillars of strength. I think bringing that into the construction world has been a game changer for my business. So what would I do to change construction as a whole? I would give everyone that piece of advice, and I would say find partnerships that you really, really believe in, other businesses that align with you. For me, integrity is very, very important. So I want to work with other businesses that align and will also prioritize my client. I don't want to have to be the advocate for my client against the contractor. I also want the contractor to be an advocate for our client collectively. Mm-hmm. So I think just bringing that trust back to the process is so important, and that's what I would wish for every single project.
Perfect. Yeah. And this one is the last one, but can you give an advice to future designers, architects, or creatives in the Austin community? Probably that is a good advice.
Yes.
And probably another one can be like, how do you get the people that you trust in them? Like, how do you have that, relationship? How do you find them?
Great question.
Because when people is starting in the construction field, they are starting to remodel. Of course, these connections are very important, but how people can find them? I'm always like receiving this question, like, how do you find good installers? Mm-hmm. How do you find good people like to trust on them? Because you can say, I trust in them, and how do you prove them that they are good? Mm-hmm. Because you don't have like, I can prove them in this project and we can check that. Of course, this is not like a game that you can, check if they are good or not. Yeah. So how do you find that people? And if you can give an advice about that.
So again, going back, tapping into my network, NARI, NKBA, HBA, ASID, these are all very, very important memberships that I hold. And then also being active in those communities and showing up. If you see, as a designer, if you see a contractor at every single one of these meetings, mm-hmm. and they're a good person, they genuinely want to get to know you, not just because they saw you in a magazine or because they've heard your name, but because they're like, hey, I like you as a human, you like me as a human, why don't we try to work together? And then from there, I think it's, okay, it's just like anything else, just like forming any other relationship mm-hmm. in your life. So now we've established that we like one another, we're going to build trust through that. Yeah. Now I need to see your work. So tell me more about what you do. So for me, it's going to job sites, it's asking a lot of questions, it's making sure that then our businesses align, it's me calling their clients and asking,
oh, that's a good one.
What do you what do you think?
Sure.
Would you recommend that I work with this contractor, and why? And I need to be able, anybody that I work, and I always tell my clients this, any contractor that I work with, I would trust to give the code to my house to get in.
Awesome.
to do any work. And I would never send anyone to my client's house that I wouldn't allow to go in my house without me present.
Yeah.
So again, just that trust is so, so important. And I think it's like any other relationship in your life.
Awesome. That is a good one. Really,
Thanks.
really very, very helpful. All right.
And that mentor. Get a
yeah.
mentor. Get a good mentor.
And the networking, like just be present in all of those events, and do not go to your office and keep yourself there, because there is a big community.
There is.
And we have to take advantage of the Austin community, because we are so lucky to have a lot of professionals that are amazing, and I'm trying to have everybody here like you, but that they are very open to share whatever that, questions and, issues that they are having behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So that is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your answers and for being part of this. And if you can share with us, your contact and how people can know more about your brand design and your social media as well.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at the Urbane Design. And our website is urbanedesignstudios.com.
All right, so and if you have any questions, if you want to stop by, your office is located in what part of Austin we are?
We are in, I don't know anymore. I say North
like
Central, but
it's like kind of east.
yeah, we're just north of the triangle, so very centrally located.
Check their website, find the location, visit Jessica, and if you're remodeling, if you are your construction is new, she will do something amazing for your property. All right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being part of this, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.